In this video, I will show you why your new habits fail and how to fix it. If you are struggling to create new habits and that makes you feel frustrated and unenthusiastic, it will almost certainly lead to disappointment and procrastination. And any attempt that you make to create a new habit will fall into an early grave very quickly. If what you want instead is to successfully create a new habit and follow through with making it something you continually do on autopilot, then keep watching. I'd had some success on my first morning of introducing an additional 10 minutes to my schedule and was really surprised with the difference that small amount of time made, but I was to be met with a disappointing defeat, not once but 6 times. It went a little something like this. It was the end of the week and again I woke up with a start and rushed out of bed. I began frantically clambering to get ready for work. Once again I had allowed the fear and anxiety of not having enough time to get the better of me. And for the whole time, I was barely conscious of what I was doing. I finally slumped down on my bed exhausted and sighed deeply. The whole week had taken on a theme of something like Groundhog Day. Every day was exactly the same, but it felt like there was zero I could do. I started to slip back into those old familiar feelings of frustration and hopelessness, and a wave of despair crept over me, and I said, "What the hell am I doing wrong?" As I sat there, I realised that I was having thoughts over that week about the commitment that I had made to fit that extra 10 minutes. I knew what I was supposed to do, but I wasn't sticking to it, and everything was falling apart. Something was missing, and I kept sabotaging my efforts. I felt guilty for not keeping my commitment, and this was really starting to affect my confidence and ability to continue, and I actually started to believe that I couldn't do it. I sat there and thought for a little longer, and began to reflect on my previous experiences with other habits that I had created successfully. I then realised just saying I was going to add 10 minutes to my schedule was not enough to make this new habit a habit. The inspiration came and I did it once, but I failed to put simple steps in place which would enable me to make a full commitment, take consistent action and get it running on autopilot. So the next question was, what am I going to put in place that will help me to create this new habit successfully? Well, the next day I had some spare time, so I sat down and took a look at what I could do and realised there were a few things that could really help me. I put the following things in place. The first thing was to put into my calendar so that I had something concrete which would remind me of what I intended to do. The second thing was I arranged the things I was already doing in the order that I would perform them, so I knew exactly what to do and when. The third thing was I took note of anything that didn't work each day so that I could make adjustments and get a successful result. And the final step was I stuck to it and repeated it over and over again so that it would become something I did automatically. Once I did these 4 things, I was able to utilize that extra 10 minutes and clearly see when and where I was going off track. This stopped me procrastinating and wasting time and allowed me to complete everything I needed to do and gently edge into my day relaxed and knowing all was well. So if you're sick of struggling to create new habits and you want to successfully create a new one and follow through with making it something you do on autopilot, then here's what you need to do. Step 1, commit to what you are going to do and put it into your calendar so that you actually do it. Step 2, arrange the things that you will do in that time so you know exactly what you are doing and when. Step 3, take note of what does and doesn't work so that you can tweak and refine your habit and make things more effective and efficient. And then step 4, the final step, rinse and repeat until you get that baby running on autopilot. Realize that sometimes you will fail. This is normal, but if you keep tweaking and refining and reapplying, eventually you will end up with something really powerful, which will allow you to take hold of anything you intend to make a habit and make it permanent. So what insights did you gain from this video? And what new habits will you put in place? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you very soon.